I'm really energized, I think, by something that feels like a risk or something that feels a little bit dangerous. Not truly dangerous, but like it might, something provocative maybe. I like that. I like the feeling like in The Kindergarten Teacher, before anyone knew anything about it, thinking that they were walking into a movie that was like a sweet, earnest movie about a kindergarten teacher and like knowing what was coming at them. I don't think I would be happy with something that was commercially successful but that I fundamentally didn't think was good. I think I would be really unsatisfied, but also not totally satisfied with something that, you know, a few people loved and nobody saw. The sun hits her yellow house. It is almost like a sign from God.
Wow. With so few elements, he makes something very, very complex.
I think we have a young Mozart.
I have always been interested in fashion. I mean, my mom jokes about me that I remember things by what I was wearing. I always had my own sense of style, and I still feel very strongly like that if I'm in the wrong clothes, I can't do what I need to do, either as an actress, you know, as a character, or as a woman in the world. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm in the wrong clothes, this is not working. And I know that there are people for whom that's just totally not true, that they just throw on whatever and they're happy. That is not me. Well, it's an expression of me. You know, I think I'm always shifting, as we all are. Who am I? What do I want to express? What's like kind of turning me on right now? What's exciting me? What does it mean to be 40 and to be a woman and a grown-up? And how am I going to articulate that in the way I dress? And I feel more confident, like in my instincts. I feel like my instincts serve me in a way that maybe when I was younger I wasn't as confident in that, particularly professionally. If I'm drawn to something in a kind of visceral way, I feel like it's reliable. I can trust that. I would say the thing I've learned then, maybe the biggest thing, is that the entire spectrum of feeling is required if you're going to actually be alive. Pain, despair, anxiety, terror, along with deep pleasure, curiosity, all of it is a part of being alive. And if you push out the unpleasant side, you don't get to be alive. Feminism just means equality of the sexes. That's all it means. It just means equal economic, social, and political rights for women. That's all. And somehow, I think, in some places, it's sort of means something else. I don't understand that. Because I think even though, yes, there is a huge amount of inequality, I thought at least we are all supposed to say we agree that women are fundamentally equal to men, which just means that we should all say we're feminists. I did feel some despair, I guess, around the Kavanaugh hearings, but I also feel that something has irreversibly shifted, and I feel it all the time, everywhere. It hasn't shifted totally, fully, we're finished with the conversation, but that is an unreasonable thing to hope for. I think the fact that Dr. Ford, who said that for much of her life, she told herself that this wasn't a big deal, this was okay, shifted fundamentally her thinking on that to the point where she was able to get up and say, this was deeply wrong, I was deeply wronged. I do have many, many moments of self-doubt. I overcome them, or I comfort myself by sort of touching down in reality. Either, look, I've done this many times before. I feel terrified, but I have experience here. It's gonna be all right. Or I feel terrified, or I feel self-doubt, or I feel scared because I've never done this before. And it's reasonable to feel that way. And this is new. And that's, again, like I said, it's like a part of being alive. I think love includes all sorts of feelings. Painful, dark, difficult times. Give way if you can exist in them, learn from them, to deeper love. I actually was thinking recently that once you're a mother, you'll never live without pain. I mean, not that anyone does, right? But eventually your kids are gonna go, right? So first you're like working so hard, like just getting them, raising them, you know, the everyday stuff, which you never had to do before. And you make space for that. And then all of a sudden they go, and all the space you made is empty. And I was just imagining that you're like always gonna miss your kids. There's always gonna be a little bit of heartbreak. Maybe that's true even if you don't have kids in other parts of your life. I have a few friends who I'm very close to, who I love so deeply. And I didn't really see my parents have friends like that. So it's almost like a new experience for me, how deeply I care about and love my friends. Not many friends, you know. I have only a few. I mean, I have, you know, acquaintances and people I like and I'm happy to see. But those, you know, my really close couple of friends are it's almost like a different kind of marriage. I think at this time in my life, and all of my friends have little kids, we are the thing that gets sacrificed, you know? Like, I have obviously my children, my husband, my work, those things have a certain immediate pull on me. If my kids are sick, or if there's the parent night, or there's whatever, I have to do it, I have to be there. Whereas my grown-up girlfriends, and they're even different than like my husband. Sometimes men, they like need you right now. Although they have to, I think, take the backseat to children also, and they do. My husband certainly understands that. But my girlfriends, I think they really understand that, like, even if I'm not able to talk every day, I'm not able to, oh, we made a date and I am so sorry I have to break it. We understand each other. We love each other enough to be able to weather that.